What's up, people? So today our totally stable genius president just held a press conference that I can only describe as a speed run to dementia. I mean, this man walked into the Oval Office looking like he'd been hit by a truck. And that's just before he started talking. We've got our MAGA reporters lobbing up some softballs to Trump. One mainly being about a MAGA fever dream, which is an Obama burn bag proving that he knew the whatever. Just a normal Tuesday for the MAGA folks, right? Just a secret burn bag. But here's where it gets chef's kiss. Because Trump's rotting brain hears the word conspiracy and instantly goes to his pedo buddy Epstein and thinks, oh God, I shouldn't have taken so many pictures with him. What do I say? Say something. Bill Clinton.
Thousands of documents in these bags, supposedly burn bags at the FBI in the secret room.
Well, I want everything to be shown. You know, as long as it's fair and reasonable, I think it will be shown and it should be shown. And I think he feels that way, and I think Pam feels that way. But it's got to be, it's got to be stuff that really doesn't hurt people unfairly, because you have so many people involved. And if they can do that in a fair way, I think it's great. I think it's really great. The whole thing is a scam. It's a scam set up by the Democrats, and they love talking about it. But I would like to see people exposed that might be bad, and we'll see how that all works out. But it's getting to be very old news. You know, if they had anything, they would have done it the week before the election, because they were losing by a lot. If they had anything, they would have done it. They controlled the file. The Democrats controlled it. Comey and all this, sleazebags, every one of them that you read about all the time. And I guess they've got some problems now having to do with yet a different scandal, very big one. But they control that file. So I would think that if they would have had something in the file, they would have released it about a week before the election, maybe 2 weeks, right, Brian?
Let me repeat that. The man that partied with Jeffrey Epstein, the man that has more pictures with Epstein than you probably have with your own grandparents. He hears the word conspiracy and immediately his mind goes straight to his pedo buddy Epstein, and he has to start trying to defend himself. Instead of going to the conspiracy of the Russia thing, his own cult is trying to promote right now to get their attention off the Epstein thing. The guy's mentally falling apart in real time.
But if I'm still frozen in 1967, how could I have been unthawed in the 90s and traveled back to, oh no, I've gone cross-eyed?
Best part about all of this is all morning the MAGA grifters have been hyping up this Obama burn bag nonsense. And Trump has told so many lies that he can't really remember which lie or which script he's supposed to be on. So I can only imagine it gets better from here. I mean, we are all so cooked. Roll this clip.
Mr. President, Kash Patel reportedly found burn bags of Russiagate materials, and we'd love to get your thoughts on that.
He said what?
Burn bags of Russiagate materials that the FBI supposedly found.
I don't know that. I don't know what you mean by that statement. Say it.
Bags full of Russiagate documents.
A burn bag. I thought you said appointed a man named burn bag. Go ahead. You got to speak up.
Thousands of documents in these bags, supposedly burn bags at the FBI.
And it keeps going because Donald Trump, with the confidence of a drunk uncle at Thanksgiving, goes, "We've made the best trade deals. Only the best. I'm a stable genius after all." Japan, they're giving us $550 billion. Europe, $750 billion. Wait, 400, 300, 600. Actually, no, 300 billion. How dare you question me? Bro is just throwing Monopoly money at the camera and hoping no one asks for receipts. Except, spoiler alert, folks, Japan is not sending us big novelty checks.
Here's my check.
We'll be mailing them out next week, sir.
Oh, no, I want mine now.
I don't have any checks to give.
Well, that guy got one, right? Give me one of them big ones. I don't care.
Japan said there's no binding agreement, so AKA they're not Venmoing us shit. In the EU, they're like, well, legally, we can't cut a $600 billion check. Donald, are you okay, man? So yeah, Trump is just straight up making shit up again. Roll the clip.
I think we're going to have the richest economy you've ever seen. We have money coming in that we've never even thought about at numbers that nobody's ever seen before. We have a deal with Japan where they're going to pay us $550 billion. We have a deal with Europe where they're doing $750 billion plus $400 billion plus $300 billion. And many other countries, it's likewise, relatively, those are two big ones. But
and then, I kid you not, talking about Dementia Donald, he forgets that there's 2 congressmen standing right behind him.
I'm thrilled to be joined by the bill's sponsor, Congressman Derek Van Orden. Where's Derek? Right here. Derek? Hello, Derek. I didn't see you back there.
Well, I'm a Navy SEAL. I'll snuck up.
Let's see. And Mike, how are you, Mike?
Mr. President.
These 2 gentlemen are terrific. They are working together, and they've been working together, Mike, a long time on this. So I just want to thank you both, and I'll ask you to say a couple of words.
Just so y'all know, this whole anti-American / Obama is a traitor thing, here's what that's all about. So Fox News and Benny Johnson are out here spinning conspiracy theories that there are FBI burn bags that were a secret left by Obama. But the thing is, Kash Patel's bombshell is pretty much MAGA fanfic at this point. There were thousands of sensitive documents in secretive rooms left by Obama and Hillary Clinton. Very scary stuff, guys. Dude, this sounds like a middle school creative writing project gone wrong. And then we have King of Projection himself talking about Nancy Pelosi being a grifter. And good, call her out. She is using office to make money. It's not right. No one should be able to do it. It's insider trading, no matter which side you're on. So I agree, it's bad. But coming from a man that has turned the White House into his personal piggy bank, his crypto scams, his shoes, his phones, his Bibles, people, this guy has no right complaining at all about what Nancy Pelosi has done. Leave that to me and the regular folk. When Senator Hawley tries to introduce actual accountability and ban congressional stock trading, Trump's first answer is, what about Nancy Pelosi? Don't look at me. I barely knew Epstein. I'm not making billions of dollars. I'm not accepting a $400 million plane as a bribe. You can't pay $1 million in crypto to get favors from me. My sons have no business in any of the places I've been visiting lately. Just straight projection all the way.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Hawley introduced legislation that would ban members of Congress from owning or trading individual stocks. It extends to the president and the vice president. Are you in favor of that legislation?
Well, I like it conceptually. I don't know about it, but I like it conceptually. And, Nancy Pelosi became rich by having inside information. She made a fortune with her husband, and I think that's disgraceful. So in that sense, I'd like it, but I'd have to really see I study these things very carefully, and this just happened. So I'll take a look at it. But conceptually, I like it. And what I do think is Nancy Pelosi should be investigated, because she has the highest return of anybody practically in the history of Wall Street, save a few. How did that happen? It happened by she knows exactly what's going to happen, what's going to be announced. She buys stock, and then the stock goes up after the announcement's made. And she ought to be investigated.
Watching a man try to gaslight an entire nation about economic policy in real time. And it's not even subtle anymore. It's peak clown show, peak performative capitalism, zero actual substance. Next.
Total PCE prices rose 2.5% over the 12 months ending in June, and that, excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.7%. These readings are little changed from the beginning of the year, although the underlying composition of price changes has shifted. Services inflation has continued to ease, while increased tariffs are pushing up prices in some categories of goods. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up on balance over the course of this year on news about tariffs, as reflected in both market-based and survey-based measures.
Powell's out here dropping actual numbers on Trump.
It was stronger than expected GDP report this morning. What do you say to analysts who worry that lowering interest rates would actually lead to inflation?
Well, if that happens, then we just raise them. What you do is you lower them, and let's see if there's inflation. Right now, there's no inflation. Everybody thought there would be. All we have is billions of dollars of cash pouring into our country from other countries that took advantage of us for many, many years.
Oh man, it's like if you can't laugh, you'd cry, right? Like, this guy's just such a bozo. But thanks for watching if you made it this far. Until the next one.
The wonderful thing is, as you know, we've gotten rid of the woke. Woke is gone, and I think pretty well buried.
It's taste, take where the stories shine. Big ideas, let's make them mine.